Coming up on Mountain News this morning, the Safer Kentucky Act is heading back to legislation after Governor Beshear's final day of vetoes. And One East Kentucky wants to change the worker landscape of Appalachia forever.
Dedicated to Eastern and Southern Kentucky, this is WYMT Mountain News this morning.
Good morning, I'm Olivia Calfee. We are coming up on 6:30 on Wednesday, April 10th, and it's a rainy start to the day. But you know what they say, April showers bring May flowers. Let's go ahead and send it over to meteorologist Tim Drawbridge.
We knew exactly what you meant, Olivia. Hi, everyone. A good Wednesday morning to you. 54, the visibility dropping just a touch once again. It's going to be one of those types of days with an ebb and flow regarding visibility and the shower action across the region. We are in the 50s right now across the eastern half of the Bluegrass State, and your pinpoint Doppler radar showing the action right now pretty much on the light side across eastern and southern Kentucky on into the Virginias. Heavier bursts of rain now just north of Boonville, tracking up toward the Mountain Parkway, heads up Campton, Stanton, as you make your way over toward the east side of Lexington. That will eventually get up toward the I-64 corridor to Boot 2. This area right in here will continue to, well, kind of fill in with additional moisture lurking to the south and a severe weather threat that's across the deep south today. Some of those elements get into play for us midday tomorrow. In the meantime, showers, a few thunderstorms today, a little brightening when things do ease up, and a high in hazard up to 73. More about your first alert 7-day forecast coming up in just a few moments. Olivia?
All right, Tim, thank you. One person is dead after a crash in Wise County, Virginia. Troopers with Virginia State Police are investigating that crash, which occurred just before 2 a.m. Tuesday night. The man, whose name has not been released, was driving on US 23 when he went off the road and struck an embankment. The 55-year-old man was taken to the hospital where he later died. A Claiborne County, Tennessee man has been charged in connection with the death of his wife. Special agents with the TBI and the Claiborne County Sheriff's Office launched the investigation into the case last week. Benjamin Hobson was charged with criminal homicide. His wife, Lori Hobson, was found dead at a home in New Tazewell. Benjamin Hobson was served in the Claiborne County Jail since he was already there due to other charges. A Wayne County man is in jail after he reportedly led police on a manhunt. Yesterday, officers were called to a home on Daisy Way just off Kentucky Highway 1275. They were called due to a reported domestic violence assault. After leaving the home, multiple police agencies were called in to find Richard Baker. They eventually found him in a grown-up briar patch next to the Tradeway Shopping Center in Monticello. Yesterday, Governor Andy Beshear vetoed House Bill 5. That's the so-called Safer Kentucky Act. It came on the last day of the veto period of this legislative session. House Bill 5 is a sweeping criminal justice measure that creates harsher penalties for several crimes, but opponents have claimed it essentially criminalizes homelessness. The governor also said the bill didn't consider financial impact and indicated it would lead to higher costs for incarceration. Kentucky lawmakers returned to Frankfort on Friday when they could override the governor's vetoes. Governor Beshear has also taken action on the state's budget bills, issuing line item vetoes on both House Bill 1 and House Bill 6. Those bills outline crucial funding allocations and have undergone scrutiny in the legislative process. And Beshear also made 2 stops in eastern Kentucky yesterday to celebrate some major projects in 2 counties. WYMT's Jack Dembler has more from Floyd and Pike counties.
From celebrating 11 new higher ground homes in Floyd County
to see 11 homes framed, maybe another one coming, families moving in this summer, it's really special.
For families impacted by the flood of 2022,
I was flooded not once but twice in a week, and I lost everything I had.
to cutting a ribbon to a new senior citizen center in Pike County.
It's important that we take care of those who are most in need of support, and senior citizens are one of those groups.
Governor Andy Beshear's trip to Eastern Kentucky was an indication of brighter days ahead for some.
Well, today you see faith in action, and you also see a unity in and of purpose.
A purpose to help rebuild the Commonwealth. In Wayland, families got to see the progress made on their new homes being constructed next to the Wayland Volunteer Fire Department.
It represents a rebuilding, a rebirth, and a restart for those that were flood affected.
Oh, you have no idea how excited I am, because I mean, it's something that I've always wanted, you know, because I've lived across the creek there. But but it's just wonderful to be able to have a place, you know.
Followed by a celebration in Pikeville of a new building to support an entire generation of people.
It's a way for seniors to come together, to socialize, to spend time together, to play games, to share a meal together.
Bringing a better quality of life across Eastern Kentucky. Jack Demler, WYMT Mountain News.
While families in Floyd County are not ready to be moved into their new homes yet, they are still hoping to have all houses complete this summer. Meanwhile, Jones says the new Senior Citizen Center in Pikeville should be ready to open in the next 3 weeks. The Commissioner of Agriculture is set to make an appearance in Somerset later this week. Jonathan Schell will be the keynote speaker at the SPEDA Work Ethic Seal Luncheon on Thursday. In a release, it says the event recognizes high school students who meet specific criteria related to work ethic and soft skills. The event is set to begin at 11:30 a.m. The Kentucky Transportation Cabinet has applied for a RAISE grant to widen a portion of the Hal Rogers Parkway. The $30 million grant aims to enhance safety and connectivity on a section of the parkway near London, widening it to 4 lanes. The application is currently under review by the Department of Transportation. The goal is to eventually widen the entire parkway between Hazard and London. Applications are now open for LIHEAP's spring subsidy cooling component. LIHEAP officials say the applications will be accepted on a first-come, first-served basis from April 16th to May 31st, or whenever the designated funds run out. The component provides households a one-time benefit ranging from $38 to $200, depending on income levels and housing category. To learn more about this, you can contact your local Community Action Outreach office. The Southeast Kentucky Chamber of Commerce invited One East Kentucky to its monthly Lunch and Learn, discussing progress and projects in the mountains. The Chamber Lunch brought local leaders together to hear from President and CEO Colby Kirk, who says the region is primed for progress. He and his team work to connect cities and local leaders with possible investments in infrastructure, currently working with 3 developments on sites that are build ready in Pike, Floyd, and Perry counties.
We all want to see our communities thrive and grow, and I think that our communities are making wise investments today to be prepared for jobs to come to our region tomorrow.
Kirk says the infrastructure, investors, and ideas are there. He just hopes to see the state offer more incentives to new businesses to help the region thrive. Officials and organizations within the city of Hazard say they are constantly working to improve the community. And a lot of that starts with local businesses. As I'm about to explain, there is new technology downtown helping promote all that is happening around the area. Director of Envision Hazard, Stacy Fugit, says their organization is always working to make the community a better place.
We thought a really cool way that we can increase advertising is placing advertising items in places with high foot traffic, which is between here and the coffee shop and the toy store.
Thanks to a rural business development grant, Fugit says the new touchscreen will show folks a variety of things to do and places to eat within the community.
We are actually working on a personalized website for this kiosk, and so right now we have Hazard Perry County Tourism's page up on it, but soon it will be Envision Hazard's page, and that will have an interactive map that can show you anywhere you want to go in the city of Hazard. It'll have a live calendar as well that is constantly updated with events happening around here.
Fugit says it is special for her to see the city and county continue to grow. And she is proud of the unity between local organizations alongside elected officials to continuously work together to promote local businesses and activities.
But we're all working together to make this not only a place that, you know, people never want to leave, but a place that people want to come to from the outside. And yeah, it's just been really powerful to see that as someone who's from here, and for a long time that was told that there are no opportunities and that you can't come back.
The kiosk is located at 486 Main Street in Hazard between the Hazard Coffee Company and Ready, Set, Play Toy Store.
And a good Wednesday to you. A mild start, a wet start. Checking out temperatures right now. We're all in the 50s, 54 here in Hazard. Here is the pinpoint Doppler radar. Mainly light action until you get up toward the Mountain Parkway. Yeah, scattered about, picking up some steadier action as you make your way from Middlesboro back to Williamsburg. But it's right here from near the radar site in Jackson, in central northern portions of Breathitt County, extending now through Beattyville. And again, back toward Richmond. Here we go on the Mountain Parkway. Right through here, Stanton, over toward Campton. And this is slowly tracking your way, so please keep that in mind, because when you go through that, you're going to have to take the pedal off the metal and make sure the wipers are off the intermittent setting as you drive around the next couple of hours. All right, we got more moisture lurking to our south. This is all heading our way, which means as we head through the morning drive, as we indicated, mainly light action, maybe some heavier bursts to the north and west of Hazard, up through Jackson toward Stanton, and then we keep the wet weather threat heading through the afternoon. 73 the high in Hazard today. There's a cool day before the weekend. 7-day forecast with the details in a few moments. Olivia?
Thanks, Tim, and thank you for joining us. The time is now 6:41. Still to come on Mountain News this morning, President Biden delivers new criticism against Israel's prime minister as efforts continue to bring hostages home.